There's families here. There was friends here. Might even be some enemies here, which makes me only get down, get down, get down, get down.
Yes, sir.
And so, right now, I got off the bus earlier today, and a friend said, "Man, you got on so much yellow. What the hell are you doing with so much yellow?" I'm like, well, how other way can you walk through the sun?
Right.
The sun. And that just discombobulated his black and mild smoking self. You know? And I'm like, because this is home. And this crew right here, and I remember doing the first artist talk, and I tell people, the most intimidating crowd is the smokers. Intimate crowds. See, I know when there's thousands of people, how to bring the pyrotechs, and how to bring the girl and dance and the naked body, but this crowd right here, and so with this, there's family. So I start with family first. The family was the first person who said, "Wow, I didn't know you could do that." The first time I showed something to, let's say, a Gwen, who was my Aunt Shirley, and Gwen Moulton operates right where you see the cultural aspect over there. It all leads back to her. So that's my Aunt Shirley right there. There we go. And then we have my Linda. My Linda was my only favorite niece who's like, yo, we gonna take what you did. We gonna go up onto 16th Street. We gonna sell this at 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, ain't nobody out there but just the weed smokers. She's like, you're not gonna smoke the weed, but they gonna need what you put there. And then there's Laverne, the only librarian who I know. And when I go to Newark Library, she would like, I know you're late on your book, but because you're my nephew, boom, 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 boom. And I'm walking out of there from the third floor steps with a Basquiat book, the graffiti book, and the history of Newark books. And then there's my man, right here. And then there is my graph artist. I don't remember names, but I remember faces. And the faces was like, yo, I come from a graffiti background culture. And then graph culture, it is about, we're not gonna make excuses for you to get down. You gotta get down for your own crime. And the first time I heard that, I was like, wow, I didn't know that was called self-determination. Or in the Kwanzaa sense, Kuji Chakalia. So that gave me something. And then there's another uncle of mine called Potheads. It's like, yo, I may wear a pot on my head. And when I take it off, I gotta speak realistically to me. So what is taking place right now in Newark, in this beautiful time, we see a lot of cranes. Hence, the one we see over there, if you're high, you can see the one over there that's being built. And I had a good conversation with a good friend of mine, another artist, you know, Zenobia Bell, and she was like, Jerry, cranes is popping all over the world. She said, but Newark right now has a whole lot of cranes, a whole lot of like bulldozers that's changing the landscape of what is taking place right now. And if you're not a part of the new infrastructures, there's going to just pour concrete and tar over what you created, and they'll call it a parking lot. And I was like, wow, never considered that. And once I start getting into there's a lot of artists who, for the sake of the white cube, we like to keep work in the white cube. Come to my show. Look at my paintings. I'm so dope. I'm so nice. And Dan Bischoff will come and critique it. But then 10 years later, 5 years later, wherever you showed your dopeness no longer exists because there's a new hospital, there's a new motel, there's a new, I don't know, in my future life, I was a bipolar stripper. And the problem, and the problem with that is like I would show up to the strip club, get butt naked, but bipolarism, I couldn't find my clothes. So they escorted me up out of there. They're like, yo, the only thing that gave me clarity, Charlie, was art. Because I had to understand what color is as the beginning of your poem. It didn't matter. It was yellow, green. That was the only thing that left me and exit me out to strip clubs because I can identify purple. I can see green. I can see yellow. And I can see something that when I go to my mom's house, you know what I mean? And I'm doing my best work at my mother's house. And this was during the period when Basquiat was coming up. So he and I would talk on the phone. You know, yeah, I was part of that whole 80s street art scene pre-Keith Haring. And Basquiat was right there. We would talk. And I'm just a little black boy on 19th Street and 16th Avenue in Newark. We would talk. I'm like, yo, this is when he was in that band Gray. And again, when I look in the crowd right now, I ask myself, so his painting have sold recently for $100 million. And I'm like, wow, the possibility of that is a reality. It's a reality. So with those new frames coming in, and I rarely quote Andy Warhol. Rarely. And Andy, if you was here right now, Andy, I don't want to quote you. But I will quote you on the strength. He said, within every decade, at the 5th years, 2 things happen. We want to be considered what is past and what is the future. So right here, we are Greg Banks, Charlie Swanson, Linda Street, Gwen Moulton, and Gary, and the Graph Culture, and Malik, and Above Art Gallery. All those have surpassed those mythologies. Because we're like, Andy, you're dead. We kept living on. We keep fighting. So yes, I could talk about how many sculptures I got within the city. Yes, I could talk about how many strip clubs I've been kicked out, locked in. You know what I mean? I like this company here. But what it gave me was a tenacity to keep going on, to realize that what I was creating on 19th Street, tucking under my couch, and my niece is not understanding, and my mother not understanding that it has some value. And 20 years later, 15 years later, I met a sister named Linda Street. I meet a Gwen Moulton. I met an Above Art Gallery. Like, what you created has value, immense value. But I didn't see it because I was too busy trying to get your likeness. Do you like this? You like this? Do you like this one? Do you like this? Malik, do you like this one? And he was like, I'm in my corporate, you know, I work for, I can't even mention the name over there. And everything is so nice. And the very first person who gave me a belief, believe it or not, and Linda will not like this, is my weed supply. The very first collector So we smoking in the hallway. Like, you painted that T-shirt?
That's how it be.
I'm like, yeah. Make another one and put my kid's name on it. You for real? Then I start putting the kid's name on it. And then his wife's name on it. And I'm like, how are you living? This was pre-IKEA. He would go downtown to Furniture King and buy a mirror and like put that on there. And I was like, wow, what I'm doing has some value within the grassroots community. And thus, I started picking up art forward, started hanging in the Newark Museum, started going to the Newark Library, started reading books, started hanging into, Newark doesn't have an arts community. So I'm over here, and before it was Chelsea, everything was Soho. I'm like, wow. Then I started educating myself on sculpture, postmodernism, abstractness, and all these good things, and that's what helped cultivate it. So, yeah, of the very first show that I went to, it was the Jean-Michel and the Andy Warhol show at Tony Schiavone Gallery. True story, right? So I'm coming from the Lower East Side, bag full of marijuana, right? Going south. Basquiat, a lot of people don't know, he used to ride these little folder bikes. He used to smoke a spliff this big and roll up in the gallery. So whenever the collectors and everybody, I didn't know that was shamanism that he was doing, repelling ghosts. And he would come over to me, and this was before Russell and the New York Illuminati got onto him and stuff like this, and he rode his bike right up to me. He understood that I had just got a haircut, and I'm that only little black boy besides me and the security guard was the only one there. And we would talk and things of this nature. And thus, I believe it was Yoko Ono, I'm not sure, but there was some little Asian woman outside, you know, that we was talking and smoking. And she was telling me about Andy Warhol and things of this nature. And thus, I'm in the middle. Andy Warhol was just drawing X's on dollar bills. People was coming up to him with dollar bills. Hell, I had a marker on me. I'm a graph artist. I started drawing dollar bills, X's. And people thought I was a part of that. So it was Basquiat here, Warhol there, and I done put my little Newark self in the middle. And the story is when I got back on the path to come back to Newark, I had no one to share that experience with. So the sadness in the experience put me in a very dark space, you know? So I knew Dondi is the Wiz, all the graph heads, and I knew Futura and all those stuff. But you right here is who I wanted to share that with. Because I was just over there seeing this brother just made $1 million. So I go to the Newark, Newark Art School. Upstairs, there was called the Newark School of Fine Industrial Art. So I'm showing up in there, straight Fiorucci, like I'm looking now. Yellow pants, dot, 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 dot. They didn't know where to place me. But I knew that there was a bigger world that existed. And so thus, before this call a mural, I said, you know what? Let's start on my block, 19th Street, between 18th Avenue and 19th Avenue. I started doing little murals, started painting t-shirts, cut down on the drug usage, cut down on the things, and then that brought me downtown. First time I went to BGO, rolling up in there. So we wanted to start, it was 4 of us. This was pre-hip-hop, pre-Tribe Called Quest. So you got like 6 little young ragamuffins rolling up in there, you know, overalls, fly style. They didn't know what to do with us, but we knew we had something to contribute. We didn't know that it was called hip hop. We didn't know it was called basketball. We didn't know. And thus, that is my spine. So here I am now in 2017, working with, they're building a new architecture at 504 Broad Street. And I'm a part of the intellectual property that's going to be taking place. I didn't know that my hand drawing will be a part of the Nat Turner Park, which is the largest city-owned park with the largest 5 sculpture to tell of the Nat Turner, pre the movie. Didn't know that the Newark Housing Authority, the first polar satellite, sunlight, things like this, things, City Hall, and all those things, when I drop back into, you know what I mean, Charlie? When they say, show me something, I'm from a graph culture. You got it. And thus, working with City Hall, with an illustrious Gwen Moulton, and I work with the senior community. So when I work in there, you know, the seniors looking at me like y'all as a wall painting at first. And then by the end of the sessions, I have a very rich cultural connection. And I'm like, yo, it isn't about what I've done or where I've come from. It's about what I'm doing.
Yes.
And so when we think about art, poetry, writing, and what you want to do and your contributions, that crane that's building new ground, that bulldozer that's building, breaking new ground, all those stories, like Lum Lane, is gone anymore. So we become the griots of things. But without the Newark Historical Society, you know, taking that and writing that, and scribing that. But I'm a social, you know, I'm a social troublemaker. I love going into academies and like, show me something that has Newark graph culture. Show me about the Newark
Wow.
life. Show me something that has things that deal with the social context of what makes us.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
when I look at Above Art Gallery down in New Brunswick, that's keeping the things alive. You will know more about it. And I meet the Maliks, and I meet the graph heads, and the Garys, and the names I'm not good with, but faces and hearts. See, I finger clutched that. So as I said, in my prior lifetime, before I was an artist, I was a stripper of glaucoma. Get butt naked on the floor. Because they was paying well. This is early 80s. But I couldn't find I'm butt naked, but I can't find my clothes. The promoter's like, you got to go. So I found that painting didn't require bodyguards. I had to deal with security and definitely no handcuffs. But the painting surpassed, because all those strippers who was there is no longer around. But the art that I created, my thumbprint, the contribution to the city is here long after we are all going to make our beautiful transition. And that to me is what art has shared and will share, continuously share. So with Kaitha, with Pothead, with Gary, with Homie, with Homie, and we all hold each other down. And that's what I did. I wanted to make sure that I was present to a very sacred circle, because this is what life enriches us, when we disperse and go back. So I no longer have glaucoma. I no longer strip. I love that. See, without laughter. See, laughter is a medicine. You know it. All things as well. So definitely for all those who came through and made a collective effort, and Charlie also, Greg Banks and Linda and Malik and Gwen Moulton and the Librarian and Pothead and Gary and Sophia and all the graph heads and all that type of stuff. I don't smoke as much as they used to. But those cranes that we see, they're going to rejig our landscape. But the stories that we do is what man makes. And we have to surpass that. So whatever thumbprint that we create, let's make sure that it can't be killed. It can't gotta become deathless. And to me, that's what the art is. What do we all have that's gonna become deathless? So it can remain long after we are gone, or it can remain strong. They love us when we're on the top. And when we drop, what's that thing that holds us together? So again, my name is Dr. Jerry Gantt, ghetto optometrist, third eye specialist from T4 provocateur, kicking in the doors of oppression. And the first lesson of that is love, love.
Woo.
You don't know where I ran from.